Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Unearthed detecting talk film. All the best for 2019. I hope you've had a good break and enjoyed Christmas and the New Year period. It went so quick, it's unbelievable. A blink of an eye and it was gone. You guys probably think the same as me. What was all that about? You're rushing around, Christmas Eve, Christmas days are just a blur, and all of a sudden you're back at work. The good news is the nights are drawing out a little bit each day, 10 minutes, 12 minutes a week, and by the end of the month we're probably going to gain an extra 40 odd minutes. That means more detecting time if the weather stays mild. So all the best to you all, and this talk today is going to be slightly different in so much as I'm going to be showing some products, if I dare. Now, all of you guys know out there that we are not just detectorists, almost full-time detectorists, if that's the right word to use, but we also have Unearthed as a business. So we sell many products and detectors, accessories and clothing, you name it, we sell it. And every now and then some new products come along that we'd like to test and look at stocking, because what I like as a detectorist and catches my eyes as a detectorist, I think also catches you guys' eyes as well. We're pretty much the same in that respect. We might not use the same detectors, but when it comes to accessories and things, we're all pretty much the same. We like to see new things. And what catches my eye, I'm hoping will catch your eye, and hopefully will make your detecting adventure and your detecting world just that little bit better. Now, the one thing I'm going to show now is, first and foremost, is the new search coils that have arrived. Now, as you can see, that looks a bit of a beast on the screen, doesn't it? Well, if I come back a little bit, but it's actually a 13-inch DD coil. This is one, if I can talk through it, this is one of, I think, 5 different sizes that this manufacturer of coils makes. So as you can see, there's the coil itself. I have tested, I've got 2 of these, I have tested, excuse me, I've got a bit of a sore throat coming on, and I think I'm catching the dreaded flu from Melanie, who's had it all Christmas. Right, I have tested the same, I've got 2 of these. I have tested one on 2 different machines. And I've done a video of one with the Eurotech Pro, Technetics Eurotech Pro. And I have to say, I am quite happy and surprised with the results. What I like about it is it's got good ground coverage, as you can see, but it remains, the sensitivity levels remain the same, and it's deep, a lot deeper than the standard coils. So you're gaining 3 things. You're gaining good ground coverage, the sensitivity levels are the same, and it's a deep seeker. They are a deep seeking coil, and which is good, which is what it's all about. You know, you put these bigger coils on because you just want to give, you know, punch down just that little bit deeper. Now, depth wise, I'm thinking probably going to be gaining an extra 2 or 3 inches over the standard coils on the machines that I've tested, which is encouraging. It's not as outlandish and as hyped up as some of the other coil manufacturers out there when they're claiming 80% extra depth and 70% extra depth and 60% extra depth even. I've never seen a coil yet that has given me a boost of that much depth and performance. However, these are really interesting coils. The guys that make them in Europe know what they're doing. They're light, they're extremely lightweight, which is encouraging. They're thinking of the detectorists. They're not thinking of developing these oversized and over heavy coils that people get fatigued with on the end of their detector after 2 or 3 hours in the field. These are relatively light coils. There's not a lot of difference between that and the standard coil. So watch this space. What caught my eye, not necessarily this one. Now, would I use this on my current machine? Yes, I probably would, but not all the time. I would use it on clean pasture, maybe clean plough where there's not too much iron and I want a bit of ground coverage on these big fields. But they do make other size coils. I think they make a 9x13, an 8x5 or a 5x8, a 6 or a 5. And there's some other coil sizes in between that which have caught my eye, because I'm a great believer and a great lover of the smaller intermediate coils. 9x13 is perfect. You've got narrow width on the coil, but you've still got the length of the ground coverage and a bit of an all-rounder, whereas I wouldn't necessarily use this on a Roman site which is contaminated with a lot of iron nails and fragments. I would go for the smaller, more narrow coil to get in between it, but still remaining a decent sized bit of ground coverage on the length of the search coil. So watch this space. I have done a video with this on the Unearthed Pro, which is well, I'm hoping it's a good video. It looks okay. I've replayed it a couple of times to see if there was any glitches with it, and it's come out okay. That's going to be published hopefully when I get the green light to do it in the next couple of weeks. Don't know what the prices are of these coils, and you're going to think, oh God, not another coil for the UK market, because there's already, you've got 5 or 6 different coil manufacturers already gone head to head with each other over the coil market, I guess. Some manufacturers don't like aftermarket coils on their machines, but you've got to think, they've got to think of the detectorist. We're the ones out in the field detecting all the time, day in, day out. We want the best performance on our machines possible to make that difference between blanking or coming back with some nice stuff in your pocket. So that's why these coils work. They give you a boost. They improve the performance of your machine and your detector and give you that added edge, if that's the right word, out in the field. So I'm impressed with them coils. I'm impressed with them. I'm going to be putting more information out there, drip feeding information out there on our website maybe in the next couple of weeks. I've got to talk to the guys about the pricing and what sort of machines that they fit. I know they do them for Garrett, White's, Fisher, Technetics, I think Minelab. I'm not sure if they do any more. I'm not sure at this point if they do any more. They probably will, but I'm not aware of it. So watch this space. There'll be quite a few videos coming up about these coils, all the different sizes. It'd be nice to get them all together, to do a video of all the coils together, laid out, so we can see the size, we can see the comparisons, we can see the weight. Gives you guys an idea of what's coming, and if the price right, wouldn't that be a great thing? So watch this space. That's the first glimpse of the new search coils. Now you're going to ask what these search coils are called. They're going to be called Magic Labs. They're made by. They're already out there on people's websites abroad, so you can have a quick scan. That's the Magic 13. Let's have a look at the Magic 9x13 next. I'd love that. I'd love that on my G2 Plus, because I think it would do the job. Give it a bit of a boost in depth, a bit more ground coverage. Happy days. Now the other thing I'm going to show you today, guys, is this. You're going to think, what's that? But these are the new photo boxes or photo studios that we've got in at Unearthed. Now we did some, they're on the website already. I've done a video a couple of weeks ago showing how these work. Colour drops on them, black, white, orange, blue, red, green. There's the photo box. It's got an LED strip here, 10 lights and another 10 there. It's all illuminated. You plug it in, this becomes illuminated. You slip your colour backdrop in the bottom and at the top, or the side or the back if you will. You put your finds in. You can take some photographs of the hole in the top here or this area here. Fantastic for your metal detecting finds, guys. If you're passionate about your finds, when you get home you like to take really good quality photographs of them, these are the things you need. It makes the finds stand out remarkably good. These are in stock now. We've tried to keep the price down. I'm a little despondent in so much as we've sold quite a few of these already. People are buying them off the website already. We've got 1 or 2 messages off people saying, oh, I can get them off Amazon, or I can get them off Alibaba, or I can get them off eBay a little bit cheaper. You know, we're a business, we've got to buy them in at a certain price. We get charged postage and VAT. You know, I can't compete with the Amazon prices. We're a business, I've got to keep my head above the water and a roof over my head. So we've tried to keep them as cheap as possible. If I told you what we bought them in at and what we sell them at, we sell them at £17.99, which is good value for money. But if I told you how much money we made on each of one of these, you'd think it isn't worth it. And it probably isn't worth selling them for the hassle that you get. But I'm a great believer of putting good products in people's hands, like use good guys out there, use detectorists, that are going to get a boost in photographing your metal detecting finds. It's fantastic for artifacts, it's fantastic for coins. Let me think about this. I think the red and blue background make the hammered coins stand out really well. The green does for artifacts. You can play to your heart's content with them. We're already getting reviews on the website talking about these products already, which is encouraging. I think this is probably, for the price, going to be the best, or one of the best accessories products we're going to sell in 2019. That's how good it is. And you'll probably see other metal detecting shops out there that watch these videos. They'll try stocking them themselves. They're that good. So they are that good. The good thing is we're in first. Good old Unearthed. There they are, guys. Brilliant. They all packed down in this little white bag. Everything's inside. Superb. Drop some comments if you think they're if you buy a product, if you're kind enough to buy one off the website, leave us a review, good or bad, but I'm pretty sure you'll find them terrific, absolutely fantastic for coins and artifacts. So there we go. That's them two products out of the road. Let's concentrate on detecting now. Now, a lot of you people out there, good people out there, will probably know by now, after watching a lot of these videos, that we do organised digs. I don't like calling them rallies because they're anything but a rally. I always see a rally as a burger van, 300 or 400 people turning up, milling around, good banter, happy days. We call them organised digs. I'm much more, what's the word I'm looking for, comfortable with using the word organised digs. We have between 30 and 40 people at a time, no more or no less than that. And we do them 4 or 5, 6 times a year if we're lucky. Now, I only do them for Unearthed, friends of Unearthed, I guess, if that's the right word, and our customers. And it's a way of me saying thank you to our customers for purchasing detectors and accessories off us direct. So it's my way of giving something back. We try to get the best land we possibly can. It's paid off the last 4 or 5 digs because many people have gone home with their first Roman coins and hammered coins and artifacts off the digs that we've organised. Happy days. However, there's always a however, isn't there? We've found to our dismay that we had a farm nearby one of our major farms that we detect on periodically. And the area is a good area. The land is good land. It's in a historically interesting area. And we had a farm nearby that was keen on letting us on to have an organised dig. Now, we've found out subsequently that somebody's been knocking on the door of the farmer and said, we're part of Unearthed, organised dig, can we go on detecting? The farmer's, I think he's probably said yes initially and then thought, hang on a minute, I'm not too comfortable with this, I'm going to do some homework. I got a contact message through saying I've had 2 guys knocking on the door saying they're part of your squad or part of your organised dig team, whatever you want to call it. What's going on? And I said, well, it's news to me, they're nothing to do with us. And I'm a bit disappointed that somebody's gone behind our backs and used our name to try to get on some land nearby where we've been having the digs. They've obviously possibly seen what we've been finding on a particular farm. I'd hate to think it's people off the organised dig itself that would have done it, because that would have been a break of loyalty and trust. So he did describe them to me. I've got no names. I mean, I can't police it. I mean, I'm not going to go around shouting and bawling in the faces if I find out who they are. But I'm a bit disappointed that they've used the Unearthed name to get on some land, knowing that we've got that particular area lined up for a potential dig. So it's disappointing. It happens. It probably happens up and down the country all the time with name dropping, people trying to get on land using other people's names, etc, etc. You've got to be careful. So it's left me a little bit despondent into this new year. but that's part of detecting. It's just the way it is. It can be a difficult game at times. So what I'm going to do is have a rethink about how I do these digs. When I first found out about it, I was a little bit dismayed, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop them. I'm going to stop doing them. Why do we do them? We don't make any money out of them. The money all goes to the landowner or charity. You know, I even pay for my own petrol now to go and visit the farmers in the first place, out of my own pocket and expense. I don't gain anything off it. It's just my way of saying thanks to you guys for buying things off us. So I could do two things. I could stop them all together and concentrate on my own detecting, as I'm a detectorist first and foremost. I even sacrifice my own detecting for it because I don't detect on them because I'm too busy wandering around making sure everybody's okay and doing what they should be doing and enjoying the day. Why put yourself through all that hassle? So I'm either going to continue to detect on my own and my detecting mate on my private permissions, or I will close down the organised digs and just have it for a small group of people that I actually trust and I can count on. So I'm disappointed. It happens. I would say this: if any of you guys are out there detecting and you're taking people on land with you, you've got to make sure that it's your permission. You've got to make sure that these people understand that they can't go back behind your back onto the land and say, oh, well, Billy said I could go on, he took me out here last week without your knowledge. So you've got to be upfront with them at the start and just say, listen, there's a code of conduct here. I'm taking you on this land today to detect with me as a guest, but I don't really want you to go back on behind my back and say, you know, can I have permission, that sort of thing. It's, you know, it's courtesy, isn't it? Let's face it. It happens, though. It happens up and down the country all the time. I'm hearing it left, right and centre. So I think people that are taking other people out detecting on farms, make it absolutely clear up front with them that they're a guest and they're not supposed to, or it would be bad taste if they went behind your back to get permission on a farm that you've already took them on in the past. So there you go. So a little bit despondent. It happens. You know, we move on. So I'm a bit 50-50 at the moment whether to continue with the organised digs. You only have to look at the last organised dig video we did a couple of months back. We put a lot of time and effort into them digs. We really do. You know, at the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I'm not just exhausted from walking up and down, photographing people's finds, making sure they're filling the holes in and talking to them face to face to make sure they've had a good day. I'm also tired mentally. You've got to drive there 3 or 4 hours round trip, possibly in some places. You've got to liaise with the farmer, make sure everybody's okay, make sure they're going on the right fields. Is it worth it? Yeah, not really worth it. No one would do it. A lot of these people that do organised things won't do what I do because they're not making money out of it. We don't make a penny. No financial gain to us whatsoever. So, and on top of that, we're finding more and more people coming on that don't really have anything to do with Unearthed anyway. We'll see them, you know, they probably bought their machines off eBay or other dealers, and then they come on our dig, fill the pockets full of coins and artifacts, and then we never see them again. So it's all going to change. It's all going to change. So a little hidden message in there, isn't there, guys? Code of conduct. Make sure you're upfront with people. If you're nice and laid back, oh yeah, you can go on. Well, if you let them to go on, you've only got yourself to blame. If they start finding stuff or they make a major cock up on that land, you upset the farmer, or the name dropping your name, it's going to come back and bite you on the backside. So you've got to be upfront right from the start with people about what the code of conduct is between you and them. So that's that. Let's have a little think about what else is happening. Lastly, I'm doing videos of these detecting talk videos once a week, and I'm also doing videos of me out in the field detecting. Now, I'm not sure how this is going down with the channel. This YouTube channel is growing. We're over 1,000 subscribers now, and I thank you very much for subscribing. It's very heartwarming. We don't do it for a financial gain. We're not going to make money out of YouTube. You've got to have 100,000, 200,000 subscribers to make anything near some sort of wage off it. We're not in for that. You know, I don't even know how much money we've generated, probably a £5. So believe me, when I say subscribe to the channel, it's only because I want you to watch it and get something out of it. There's no financial gain to us whatsoever. So we're not interested in making money out of YouTube. But we're unsure, or I'm unsure, how people are seeing it. Do you want to see more of me out in the field detecting and bringing up finds? Are you happy with the split 50-50, seeing me talking on the screen, seeing my ugly face, talking a lot of hot air? Or Do you want to see less of that and more of detecting in the field, or more of this and less of that? So let me know in the comments. It'll be interesting to get some feedback from you. All comments will be taken on board. Please leave a comment and let's see what you guys think. Okay, I've waffled on for too long. Remember the products that I showed you, they're going to be interesting because there's going to be some videos coming up of the coils. Let's see how they perform on some of the other machines first. And again, Happy New Year. I hope 2019 is a good year for you detecting wise and everything else, health and happiness. And I hope you find so many nice things. Okay folks, I will catch up with you guys soon. All the best.